Close your eyes for an instant and imagine the following scene: your world is collapsing. You lost your job, you were betrayed by a close friend, and the cruelest criticism about you is going viral on the internet. What would you feel? Most of us would feel overwhelming panic, corrosive anger, and a sense of total helplessness. Our hearts would race, our minds would tunnel, and we would be thrown into emotional chaos. Now, imagine this same scene, but seen through the eyes of the Stoic Sage, Sophos. He receives the news of the lost job with the serenity of one who knows that the job isn't indifferent. He sees the betrayal as a failure of the other's character, not as a failure of his peace. And the criticism on the internet is just noise, without the power to affect his virtue. He is not floating in denial. He is anchored in truth. He is not invulnerable to initial sadness, but he is completely immune to destructive suffering. He is the human being who has achieved total mastery of his will. We have gone through all the tools of philosophy, the dichotomy, amor fati, the three disciplines. This video is the synthesis. It is our lighthouse. It is the answer to the question, who is this unassailable individual? What does he do? And, more importantly, what do you need to do today to move toward that internal invincibility? He is the Stoic Sage, and your pursuit of this perfection is the only journey that guarantees your freedom. The Stoic Sage is distinguished from the common man, the progressor, in four fundamental areas of mastery. 1. Mastery of judgment, discipline of assent. The sage is the one who never gives his assent to a false representation. He lives in truth, because his mind is a perfect filter. He has no fear of death, memento mori, for he knows it is an indifferent. He has no anger, because he knows that anger is always a judgment about something uncontrollable. 2. Mastery of desire, discipline of desire. The sage desires nothing beyond virtue. He does not crave wealth, fame, or health, for he knows these are external indifferents. His happiness cannot be stolen, because it is based on the only thing he possesses, his own character. 3. Mastery of action, Katorthoma. The sage does not just do the appropriate duties, kathikanta, he performs the perfect action, Katorthoma. His action is done with pure and infallible intention, ensuring that even the most mundane act, like having a cup of coffee, is an exercise in justice and wisdom. His action is always for the good of the community, cosmopolitanism. 4. Mastery of acceptance, amor fati. The sage is the only one who can truly love fate. He not only accepts what happens, but desires that it happen exactly as it did. He sees the logos, the rational order, in every event, transforming suffering into necessary material for his virtue. He is completely free from Nietzsche's ressentiment. It is important to note that the Stoic sage is not a saint floating above the world. He is deeply engaged in life, but in an unassailable way. In the circle of hierarchals, the sage is the citizen of the world par excellence. He fulfills his duties to family, friends, and the city, not out of emotional obligation, but from a rational sense of justice. He cares, but without irrational attachment. He is a progressor who has reached the end of the road. The common progressor, *prokopton*, still struggles to apply the dichotomy and fails in assent, but the sage has nothing more to learn. His judgment is always correct. This is the central difference, not in the external action, but in the consistency and purity of the intention. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, never declared himself a sage. His humility reminds us that true value lies in the constant effort to climb the mountain, even if you slip a little with every step. Despite his internal invincibility, the sage faces and deals with external setbacks with serenity. Loss. If the sage loses wealth, power, or loved ones, he does not suffer the pathos, destructive emotion, for he never gave assent to the judgment that these things were essential to his happiness. He feels the Propatheia, the initial impulse, the inevitable sadness of human nature, but not despair. Death. The sage has no fear of death, memento mori, because he has fulfilled his telos, purpose. He has lived with virtue and is in harmony with the logos. His only concern is that his death be an extension of his virtuous life. The tragic choice. Ancient philosophy considered suicide a rational option if virtue became impossible, as in cases of torture or terminal illness that prevented the use of reason. For the sage, suicide was a final act of the dichotomy of control, choosing the moment to leave the body, and indifferent, to preserve his rational will, honoring his absolute freedom. The Stoic Sage is our map. He proves that the absolute mastery of the mind is possible. You are a progressor, and your success is not measured by how close you are to becoming the sage, but by the quality of your effort in every moment. Your task is not to be perfect tomorrow, but to be more rational today than you were yesterday. Honor the ideal with every action, every judgment, and every desire. If you are ready to embrace the ideal and continue your journey, leave the comment Sophos below. Subscribe to The Hidden Meaning and use the vision of the sage to inspire your next virtuous action.